Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Merces and today we're playing more 7DaysToDie. So, let's get started. So, in the last episode we did an amazing amount of progress. We did quite a lot of days and just pushed them into one single episode. And we have managed to expand the pad quite significantly. So, sort of looking at it, the road actually used to sort of extend all the way to like around here. So, all of that's been dug out. We have filled in quite a lot of concrete over here. This entire section here is brand new. We just have a little bit more road and a little bit more dirt to collapse here. And we also basically finished out this little like the edge here, started working on the road network, and also massively expanded the farm as well. Nice. However, we actually ran out of sand, so I'm actually going to go and queue up 36,000 sand in each of these cement mixers because I'm not going to bother like go back and then get some sand at this point to get some sand. But even with that, it's not going to be enough, I think. So next week we're going to go back to doing some looting and then we'll consider maybe do some other stuff. But yeah. So for this episode, which will last up until the Horde Night, what is the plan? Well, I think I'm going to still like finish this. At the release collapse it. We have 20,000 rebar frames or something, so we have enough rebar frames for that to like finish the pad. I don't quite sure if we have enough concrete to do it, but that's fine. However, to begin with, we're actually going to go and massively expand the farm here. So as of right now, we have 534 farm plots. Remember, we just did a massive run over at the wasteland, grabbed a bunch of like crushed stone and stuff, but we also managed to get quite a lot of rotting flesh, which was the bottleneck for farm plots. So actually means we could do it. So now this actually sounds like a lot. It's only like maybe 6 of these like 9x9 tiles. It's not going to be much. We might be able to finish all of this then. At least what I'm hoping for. To begin, I'm just going to have to place down all of the farm plots. I think I was going to flesh out this further as well. And yeah, so nice. I'll be right back. Okay, so got in the remaining farm plots now. I had 48 extra, so that's nice. Do not want to think, I am currently flying around stuff. I decided to start using that because like get some overview shots from the things. I'm only using the flight mode from creative, plus also spawning in asphalt. That's the two things I'm using cheats for right now. We're so far in the series, I don't really care that much at the moment, so yeah. So in terms of how I want to do them, I definitely want one of them just for supercorn. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do that maybe over here. Actually no, let's take that over here because it's kind of so tall. I think I kind of want the shorter ones basically closer to here. Let's go ahead and do this. Of camera. I'm thinking, so I definitely want one for potatoes. So let's do supercorn, corn. I'm thinking maybe jack over here. So potatoes. Let's do aloe vera over here. Let's do mushrooms. And this one here. I'm guessing we want probably coffee maybe. Over here. And then I think we want chrysanthemum. Right, we also want more pumpkins because they're gonna look cool. The problem now is we need another farm plot. Oh, actually, sorry. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do that. Let's do. I think I want one for pumpkin because I can look cool. Aloe vera. Let's do aloe vera and maybe coffee. I can't actually like split them in half. That's the thing. We also want chrysanthemum. Do I not have that here? I think we want actually a plot for that. Okay. Let's do chrysanthemum and coffee. Because they're both sort of, you know, like drinkable things. We'll have one for pumpkin. We'll have one for mushrooms. One for aloe vera. One for potatoes. And then maybe this field will just sort of be for all the other random stuff. Maybe have like a row of each. I am planning to maybe go back to, well, like, yeah, planning. I think I will go back there and like grab more running flesh and then do this. Maybe even considering spawning the minimal sort of see. But yeah. Because even like actively hunting zombie bears and dogs just still isn't enough, it turns out. I can't time today. Yeah. Yes, I'll go and fill out all of them. Be right back. Okay, so the farm is now complete, at least for this time. We'll have to do a little bit of modifications later on, but we need more farm plot. So, what we got now is we got a 9x9 for corn, which are almost full. 9x9 of super corn, which is also almost full. 9x9 for potato. One for aloe vera. One for mushrooms. And one for pumpkins, which are all full. Then we have a 5x5 of coffee, with remaining one being chrysanthemum. And then we have 9 goldenrod, 9 hops, 9 yucca, blueberries, and cotton. Blueberries I do kind of use a decent amount of, at least I think so, but the other ones I don't really actually need, so yeah. Now I'm actually like right now good for food for the rest of the series without a problem, so yeah, no, I'm not quite sure I'm gonna spend too much time working on this. It's just for later for the aesthetics, but yeah. Also finished placing down the road here, and also expanded a little bit over here as well. I need to collapse this thing. I do actually want to collapse it, just because I just like doing it, but yeah. So yeah, this place is almost finished now. Now, there's of course another 4 types here. Actually, there's actually 5. Okay, cool. So we're gonna expand this one like with one more, so we can get 12. Is there actually 12 crops in the games? I guess there is, because this should be open. Oh, sorry. Right, there's the 5 here plus the 6 here. Right, okay. So that's annoying. Oh, well, I guess we'll have another ship. I do, of course, want more super corn. Like, I would like to have, like, I would kind of like to have a 9x9 of 9x9 tiles of super corn, just because the amount that we actually need for paper, but that's fine. However, we are finally going to start one of the sort of longest run of this project of the series here. And that is, we're finally going to actually take the storage room into use. Yes. So right now, up until now, we've had our storage room sort of in this room here. We have all of our items in the whole world here, plus a bit more items around here. And it's kind of a bit of a mess. It works pretty well. It's also quite functional. This is actually less functional, I would sort of argue about. But despite that, it's a little bit better, I feel. Just because, like, when emptying these 4 chests, which are the chests where I just, like, dump random stuff, essentially, whenever I get them. I need to, like, so, for example, this one here, like, just doing one of those, I can get rid of a lot of items in one go. With this system, I'm unfortunately have to, like, go through all of them, which is painful, but yeah. However, we are actually running out of space for some things, so, for example, where's all my gas cans? What? Okay. Really? Okay. I made like 200, I think I made almost 300,000 gas cans before starting on this project over here. That's gone. We burned 200,000 gas or something doing this little project here. Holy. Not that actually matters, because we have stupid amounts of oil shell and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I think it is so, right? Because there's nothing more in here. No. Okay. I don't have like a secret place with like stacks of the thing. Anyways. Yeah, so what we're basically gonna do is we have to like just start firing items down there. We already have like even some things figured out. Well, like we have the actual storage boxes in place and things. We just need to figure out how much space we need. This room over here is gonna be used for just sort of dumping items whenever I just don't care about them. I might also considering having some other items here. We'll see. But yeah, to begin with, we need to actually sort of categorize some things. So we have right now two sort of categories of components and materials. And they basically correspond to what I consider the two. So this is the materials chest. So, you know, rotting flesh, bones, glue, leather, oil, shale, plant fiber, scrap polymer, wood, and paint, oil. So that's just sort of like basic stuff you can sort of like craft and like just sort of mine from the wild, like except maybe except on oil, that's fine. And then components is basically this stuff, so like acid, duct tape, electrical parts, headlights, mechanical parts, military fiber, and springs. So a bit more sort of refined and also a bit more like valuable resources. Despite this stuff is worthless and this stuff is worthless, this stuff is not that useful, and this stuff is not that useful, but oh well. So yeah. I think we have significant other amounts more resources, of course, over here. Just FYI. Oh, right. So yeah. So I think what I'm going to start just doing is basically like just start ferrying the items down. And then just sort of like figure out exactly what we need. So like, in this we need like 1 box for polymer stuff. I'm going to have 1 box per type of item. So as right now we have like 1 box for materials. We'll have 1 for polymer, 1 for gas cans, 1 for rotting flesh, 1 for bones, 1 for glue, 1 for shell and that stuff. And that is the plan. I don't plan to like say have a box for lead on here, given we have that over here, but yeah. Right, also that little room over there, I'm also thinking that might be for bunks start because we actually filled up on clay again. Right now, all the clay chests down there, which I think is 6 chests, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it's 4 chests. Of clay are completely full. So we need like a bulk storage for clay at this point. Which is kind of fun. So. And of course here we have also like iron. Which will be, all the iron stuff will be down here, and also like, you know, coal, brass, this stuff, and yeah, all that will basically stay here. Food and stuff, which will stay in the kitchen, which once again I need to get some food. So yeah. Anyways, I'm actually going to do that off camera. In terms of food, we made like a bunch of meat stew, which is actually going to last us for quite a while. And like, yeah, we have decent one supplies. We're in a problem. So yeah. Freaking streamers, man. So difficult to kill as well, like I just do spam kill. By the way, placing all of those plus doing all that stuff, I did that kill. There was 8 screamers. And I actually killed one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there was 7 screamers and I killed one of them. Right, there was 7 screamers in addition to the one I killed, which I killed from kill. And since another 2, so yeah. Okay, and I get started. Also, we need to actually go and make a bunch of sand as well because we ran out of sand, if I'm mistaken. Oh, we did. Sorry, we ran out of cement. Right. Okay. I guess I'm not gonna make that. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna go and like do a little bit of item crafting stuff and go and do that. We still have another 2 days on us. That's kind of fun. So yeah, I will be right back in probably a couple hours. So, after 220 hours of playtime, we finally have a storage room. Awesome. So, yes, all the stuff which was in this place here has now finally been moved down to the storage room, and of course also the various other rooms. I will keep the storage down there, like there. So for example, I won't be storing like iron in this place. So yeah, let's go and take a look at it all. It is not exactly final. We still need to do a little bit more categorizing. I kind of gave up a little bit on that, but we'll see. Yeah. So to begin with, we have materials. Quite a lot of them, in fact. So I settled on storing rotting flesh, bone, glue, wood, gas, shale, oil, leather, polymer, plant fiber, paint, and cloth. And I'm currently storing stuff in like the left side here. But we also have stuff on the right as well. This stuff is all empty because I don't have enough items. But basically, if we were to like fill up this chest, we can just start storing this now. So remember, so far we only had a single chest for this stuff. Now we have like, what is this, 10? So we have like 20, I think 24 or something. So yeah, pretty nice. For components, we're storing mechanical parts, electrical parts, duct tape, spring, acid, headlight, and monitor fiber. Same design. And I also started to store one thing for ammo. So we got the 762's arm piercing, 9mm 44 Magnum, shotgun shells, all the feathers, arrows, and crossbow bolts. So threw them into one chest. MISC ammo types, a rolling turret ammo, hollow point Magnum rounds, and blender. So I'm not quite sure how I got those. Is that from a quest reward? I think it must be. And there's one thing for explosives. And everything else I just decided to just chuck into here. So yeah. So we still need to do a little bit more categorizing. I am thinking we can do sort of one thing for sort of like maybe MISC stuff. So like, for example, tools, armor, weapons, mods, dice, level 6 stuff, vehicles, batteries. Maybe parts and a couple other things, but we'll see. So yeah. So this is just sort of the chest I use to, just sort of temporarily store my tools and things. Got all the batteries, got all the vehicle stuff, got all the valuables, got all the armor and clothing, got all the mods, all the dice, all the tools, all the weapons, all the level 6 stuff I'm storing up, all the parts, just sort of MISC stuff, all the metal things. I took broken glass out of there. We got 3 chests for clay now, because we need a lot of that. We got 3 chests for stuff to sell, which we're going to do in a little bit. We got 1 chest for concrete, 1 chest for the blocks. Now the rest is actually a little bit items as well, but oh well. I also decided to take 1 chest for this for rebar as well as wet concrete. All the medical stuff, all the healing items, and all the sort of medical ingredients. And of course, these 3 things will be taken out to the medic lab at one point. So that's one thing. Valuables will be sent down to the vault. So some of this stuff will of course go into other areas of the base. But of course some things we will need to do. I'm also of course questioning if we should make an armory. I might consider doing that, but we'll have to figure out later. And then we still just have the 3 chests here just for sort of dumping stuff. I just don't bother like sorting. It's gonna be a bit of a pain sorting all this stuff because like right now there's just, I'm storing single items versus like categories. Like remember, components and materials were just 2 chests before, so I can sort everything here with a single click, which is just like, just this thing here. Just double click this and like also creates new stacks to move items. And I can sort basically all components and all materials in one single, like with 2 clicks. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty nice. We finally gotten rid of this place here. I have been hesitant to do that just because of, again, it's gonna be a bit of a pain right now to firstly retrieve items, but also like sort them and fetch them and things like that. So that's kind of the reason I've been sort of hesitant towards it. We're planning actually wrapping up the series not too long, so that's kind of one of the reasons I decided to do this, but yeah. Also, of course, again, the crafting room is now even further away from the storage room, so that's another bit of a problem as well. So, gonna have to think about this for Alpha 20 for sure. I don't think we can sort of like continue with this, but yeah. So, this other stuff as well. Finish the staircase here as well. Some other stuff down. And yeah, pretty nice. The back walls here are still just stone, similar to the way I actually over there as well. That's just because, again, I can't sort of here to expand them if I want to. But also, I don't know what to put back there, so that's all the thing. But yeah. So yeah. Anyways, though, that's basically the storage room. I'm gonna say this is not basically complete. We still need to sort of like go back to it and add some stuff onto it later, but for now that is fine. So what are we gonna do next? Well, I'm gonna actually go and start basically like just doing a bit of a trading round, sell all the stuff we have here and stuff to sell. After that, what I'm actually planning to do is to finally get started with powering the space. So right now, this place is way too bright. There's torches everywhere. Go away. Which is a bit of a problem. Like in here as well. Like here as well, there's just lights everywhere. And if you go into, for example, actually I think there's lights that will look later. Yeah, okay. Do concrete have that? Yeah, I guess I did place lights everywhere. I need to basically just go and like fix that. I don't want torches. I want proper lighting, because proper lighting is like, isn't as bright basically, but it still sort of covers the same area. It's like, there's some actual terms, like is it like it's sharp? It's like less sharp or something. I don't know, like light terms, but basically it's stronger, or it's not as strong, but it covers a larger area basically. It's not, it's damper, but I don't know, lights. Yeah, so I want to use the in terms of lights, I think I'm going to use the, I think I'm going to get the industrial light bulbs because I kind of like the looks of them. I'm also considering the industrial lights as well, but we'll see. That's going to be for wall stuff. I'm also wondering if I should actually replace the torches themselves with them, or if I should have everything in the roof. Haven't fully decided. Another thing as well is also, of course, going to be doors. Right now I'm actually going to consider three sort of things with doors. Either no doors, just leave them as is right now, which is probably easiest. Have doors be electrically open, so basically have a pressure plate here and here to open them. Or the third alternative is actually wire all the electrical doors together to a single switch in the entire base, which means I can close them. And the reason for this is because, again, this main base is sort of like, the idea is of course to use this as a last resort option if the Horde Knights go pretty bad. If the Horde Shell gets breached, they will fall down here, and then I'm just going to be running them down here for this room, and then to the right there, which is the bunker. Now, of course, some Zeds might like get lost into the base and stuff, of which will start wandering around. I don't want them to wander into like this stuff and like start destroying stuff. So I definitely do think I want doors. So that's actually one thing I'm going to start considering, just like have powered doors. So the powered voltors across basically everywhere here. Each of the rooms, and then wire all of them together into a single switch. I think that should work, because I think you can use a switch to open them. Should probably test that over there. Now, of course, to get power though, we do need a generator room, and I have decided onto this room right here. I actually started making this ages ago. Okay, weird. I can't actually remember when, like, I think I did this before I started working in the medic lab. But yeah. This is going to be the generator room. I'm thinking about probably just putting the generators on here. And this is why there's a little bit of a hole here. That's basically because I'm thinking to actually take the wires through here. Now, for right now, I'm just going to wire everything sort of like, not exactly clean. I'm just going to like wire stuff to get it working, and then we'll fix the wiring later, is the plan. Up here though, we do actually have a power tunnel, which is what I call them, which is just basically a tunnel where we can run like a wiring for them. So this tunnel here will go towards the actual storage room, and this one here will go towards essentially like the vault room, the bunker. Bunker will probably have its own generator room, I'm thinking, but we'll see. And also the like canteen and stuff like that. We might also, in this area, we might also get a control room going up running. Again, if I do the door ID with like powering all the doors from a single switch, I want to have that placed in a control room. One option is to put it down there. Another option, which I'm also considering, is to put it like this way. We would definitely want to like sort of defend that control room a little bit though. So probably put some turrets and stuff down. So yeah. Anyways, what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go and sell off all the stuff to sell. Then I'm actually going to start just placing down some generators, placing down some lights, figure out how that's going to work. And then I will be back in a little bit. I'll do a trading time. So yeah, BRB. Okay, so the lighting is now in place and is somewhat working. Not these ones though. These are just temporary put up to be in position. So yeah. So looks pretty decent. Especially the rooms themselves. They are now actually quite well lit up, I want to say. So I decided to basically use the industrial light bulbs for the corridors, which I sort of feel is pretty decent because they work very well sort of as ceiling lights. These ones don't work at all as ceiling lights, basically wall lights. And then I replaced the torches themselves with just the actual industrial lights themselves. And they're basically sort of standing there. They're also specifically shining downwards. They're not actually shining upwards, which is interesting property. I may actually considering switching them around so they only light up the roof, because it is a little bit sort of shiny, especially on the room, but yeah. I am unsure about this. This is not necessarily this might be like revised later. I'm wondering if I should actually change these lights here, then just like have the industrial light bulbs in the roof. I'm thinking that might look a little bit better. It at least doesn't light up as much, so there's not that much shining. But if you go into, for example, here, there's a lot more of them. This is very bright. So, okay, it's not as bright for you guys, I think, but it's very bright for me. So yeah. Basically every block here is basically where we have lights. I make it to like reducing the amount of like actual lights we have as well. Maybe like replace this or get rid of this one, for example. But yeah. In total, we actually removed 65 torches. So that's a pretty decent amount, although some of them are actually up here as well. So I'll actually put a light here as well. So all of the actual rooms here now have lights. This one works pretty well. There's only like 4 of them in total. So it's not very that like bright or anything. It sort of lights up pretty well. But once again in here as well, we're also quite sort of bad just because there's so many of them. So yeah. And of course we have the electric wire relays in the roof here. I consider just like chaining them, for example, from here, just along the lights, but that would give basically wires in sort of head level, and you would sort of walk through them. Right now, like even here, you're not really sort of walking through them, especially if you go in the center. And also, like, you know, if I have basically lights like this, essentially, they would get less sort of out of the way, I suppose. But then again, they would also obstruct essentially the... Yes, they would definitely get less of the way, but they would obstruct this though. Although, looking at this, I did kind of like this a bit more. Stuff is sort of less intrusive. Like, it does obscure this thing, but not in, like, any problematic sense. Of course, this doesn't look too good, but again, like, it does go for the label, which doesn't make sense either, so... You know, honestly... I actually feel I like this a bit more. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah, I like this more. Let's get rid of the wire release. Again, of course, I might also replace the wire release with the actual industrial light bulbs. We'll see. I think still I like these ones though. Yeah. Doing that will actually remove one sort of really cool thing. I no clue how I managed to do this, but I actually managed to get exactly 300 power drain. No clue how. This one takes 5. What's right? So if I actually remove this one, it falls down to 295. Yeah. Initially, I actually thought that was like a bug that it actually would, that like because I had it lit up, it would do. Right. So one more thing. It turns out you can actually add more things to this. So if I were to survive this, so still light up. Even though, of course, this generator can maximally provide 500 or 300. And the thing is, there isn't actually any of the lights which is turned off either. Never mind. I take back what I just said. And by the way, I'm a bit lazy. I could move a line clay block down there to actually like pick them up, but let's do this instead. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do and like rewire them though, so they're actually like this instead. Anyways though, I'm gonna, well, let's commit for today. What I'm actually gonna be working now is I'm going to continue working on the power tunnels, try to get the power over to the storage room, work a little bit on that. I'm also gonna rewire everything there. And then next, or tomorrow, at day 112, it is going to be Horde Night. I'm going to spend the entirety of day 112 on actually repairing this Horde base. If you didn't know that, that's actually what I do on the day the Horde spawns. It's just basically repairing this whole thing. It takes nearly a full day. Like I spend, what, like 16 in-game hours-ish? No. I'm usually finished by like 6 PM in game. So yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna spend the whole day working on that. I actually used to record that, but I realized it was very repetitive and also quite boring, so I decided to start cutting it out. Can I place one here now? I can. No, I can't. This seems very weird. There are some stability issues because of the power tunnel or the shotgun tunnels. But it seems sort of inconsistent, because like, for example, here it's only a single block. Like I can jump on these 2 blocks and it doesn't like matter. Over here it's completely fine. And here there's like a 3 block gap. And same over here as well. So it's definitely the shotgun tunnels, but I'm just not quite sure what exactly causes it. Have I shown this? I can't tell if I've shown this or not. I actually finished them. Completely. So the shotgun tunnels are now completely finished. I probably did show this because I did it ages ago. But yeah. Still, of course, wondering a little bit what to do with this place here. This is the tunnel that I actually have dug. For now, I'm going to use this as an escape route, just in case we get some problems. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go and repair the Horde base, which I usually do. Then I'm going to go and fight the Horde Knight. And I'm going to go and that's, yeah. So next week, we're going to be spending the whole week over here again. Continue to basically loot this whole thing. Is the plan. Let's delete this marker here. I probably spent a day to start doing some cleaning stuff. I was supposed to actually in this episode, like, there's a bunch of drops which is like spawn around the place. And there's also a bunch of like, I also took a bunch of missions or quests and stuff. We got some treasure quests, something like that. I actually have a very long list of that, which I just need to sort of get going with. But yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's been it for today. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please leave a like. And as always, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and goodbye.